Alright, g'day guys. This weekend we're heading to Tooradin Tractor Pull. So, Tooradin Tractor Pull is actually a modified tractor pull, so there'll be lots of V8s and turbo diesels and that sort of stuff, but in the morning they have a vintage tractor pull demonstration. So we're going to take a couple of tractors along and put on that demonstration in the morning. Then I'm going to hang around for the rest of the evening, hopefully get some good footage and make good videos. So, yeah, so we're going to get these tractors fired up, get them out, get them on the truck. It's Friday right now, but we've got to get going reasonably early tomorrow. So we'll load them now, and then we'll take them in the morning. So let's get them all fired up. Pacemaker's probably the first thing to get cranking up. Dad's already been around and checked the fuels and stuff, which is good.
Yep, checked all the oil and water and fuel, we're all good to go.
Right, and make sure she's out here.
Have to make sure everything behaves.
A bit of throttle. This thing go. Yeah, right, oh, well, hopefully this will run. Bit of choke.
It usually does.
Normally doesn't. All right, so we got it all loaded. As you can see, we got the pacemaker up there, the 30, and then Dad's just got the 20 on the trailer. So good showing. I heard there wasn't going to be a lot of tractors there, so we decided to take 3 instead of just the 2. So yeah, should be a really good showing. And through the magic of editing, next time you see me in about 10 seconds, we'll be on the way to Tooradin in the morning. Righto, here we are. They park us right down the back at Tooradin, and they get us to drive the tractors up, which is all good. Just keeps us out of the pits for the modified tractors. So we've just unloaded the 20 and the 30. We're cruising up to where they want us, up to the track, and yeah, we'll have to probably walk back and grab the pacemaker, and we'll be all good. All right, so I think we're just about set up. We got the sled distance set. We just used, I'm going to forget his name. I think his name's Matt, to drag the sled down just to guess the distance on his Bulldog. And yeah, so soon we'll be ready to get into it. All right, so we pulled it out the end before with, we just had one of the two weight boxes hooked up. And he dragged out the end, no worries, so we just hooked them both up. We can still add more bar into it and stuff to slide down if need be. Seems to have that Bulldog cracking along pretty nice, it runs pretty good. So we're out here in the pits to see what's coming up later. This is Riverina Screamer. It's got a Merlin V12 with a couple of dirty great snails on it. So 27 litre V12 overhead cam, double overhead cam actually. It's been converted to, and a lot of custom work. I believe it runs on methanol. That's disorderly conduct there. It's got two small block chevs in it. I believe it's got a cock shut rear end. We'll keep walking around and see what else is here. Here we got Who Cares, which is a small block Chev with a blower on it. I believe it's probably methanol. I think they run them in what they call the open class, and there's one above it they call the Outlaws. So that's going to be a good one to watch. Madhouse, which I think is Ford powered, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it's definitely Ford powered. I think it's a Cleveland. So another cool little tractor. Another couple of bits of gear. Got a small block Chev. And there's Tommy's Toys, the blown big block Chev. I assume it's probably a 540 or something like that. What's this thing over here? This is called Nutter, which is looks like a big block Chev. Actually aspirated, so another nice, pretty wild bit of gear. So here we've got the Sledgehammer tractor pulling team. So this is a modified with a Scania V8 diesel, and of course it's got all the boost and all the fuel. That's one of the I believe they call them a farm stock or something like that, which is obviously that's a case. I don't even know what model it is, but it's a case. So it's still a factory case motor basically with a bit more boost and a bit more fuel. And there is another one back there that I'm not actually sure. I think that's another one of the farm stocks in International. So you'll see it come out later. Oh, here's another one of the farm stocks. This one's obviously a John Deere. And next to it's a modified, I think it's a twin engine modified. So yeah, 4630 John Deere. Wasted days and wasted nights. And whatever has two small block Chevs on it. So that'll be good, that'll pull against disorderly conduct that we saw before. Here's the Little Devil, which is another one of these farm stocks, I believe, unless it's a no, I think it's a farm stock. Once again, pretty standard tractor, but it's obviously got a good clutch in there if it needs a blanket. Bunch of boost going into a fairly stock motor. And then this is the Red Devil, and it's far from stock. I believe it's got the 5.9 litre German Neuss diesel in it. But of course, all the boost and all the fuel and all the everything else. So good to see it run later. So here's Rumpus with a very, very healthy small block Chev. A couple of big carbies on it. This is Busy Bee. It's a Ford Escort panel van, sort of, with a Chev in it. And then, of course, Plum Crazy. This is a tractor that's been around Australian tractor pulling for a long, long time. It's got, I believe it started out life with 3 sort of basic LS7, Corvette big blocks. and now they're 3 540s with all the fruit. So plenty of horsepower, runs an international rear end, and a bit of an icon of Australian tractor pulling for the last, well, since the 1980s. And of course, still plenty more tractors rolling in. That's obviously the Red Devil trailer. I'm not sure what tractor's coming out of it, but going to be a cool. Oh, I think this one's a, they call it the Russian. Pretty wild bit of gear as well. This is a series bit of kit here. It's got 4 Rodec 572 cubic inch V8s. Big block Chevy based, but pretty custom from what I was just being told. It's called Coyote. So some up where near 2,000 horsepower each. So seriously wild bit of kit. Just a single speed forward and reverse, showing to a big truck style diff. So we've got Norm Batcheldor driving Ian Dad Latham's Fordson Major. This is a petrol major, petrol carro, E1A, so not real common compared to the diesels, but he's having a good go. Okay, so our pulling for the day is all done. We've gone and loaded the tractors back on the truck, and we are staying and helping with the hooking and unhooking of the modified tractors this afternoon and this evening. As you can see, they're working hard getting this track ready to pull. Obviously, they're very specific on how they make the track. They'll still come out. I believe they'll come out here after this with a roller, and very clay, very sticky, so there should be a lot of traction, I reckon. It'll be really interesting to see the modifieds come out here and give it a red hot go. So here we have most of the tractors lined up on the track. There's an air show going on at the moment, which is pretty awesome. And we are getting ready to do the opening ceremony of the tractor pull, and we'll get into it. Looking forward to seeing some of these big boys go that we haven't seen run before.
like 900 wide up the servo.
So here we are back at home. What I didn't show in the videos earlier was the pacemaker after that last pull actually got stuck in gear. So we just drove it straight back to the truck and put it straight on the truck. So Dad's already been unloaded the 20 and the 30. We're just going to tow the pacemaker off the truck so we can pull the gear stick off top of the box later and get it all unstuck and figure out what went on. Yeah, so for now we're just going to use the 135 to tow it off and stick it in the shed. And yeah, be another video another day on fixing the gear stick, I'm sure. Alright guys, thanks for joining us again on this video. Hope you enjoyed the modified tractor pulls. We really enjoy attending. Maybe one day we'll even build a tractor to compete, but for now we're going to stick with the old gear. Yeah, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys, bye.